been wanting to create one for a very long time, and I decided, since I am going to my senior year in college, that I would just start one and share my experiences with you guys. So yeah, I want to also make this channel about like fashion, clothes, skincare, all those things. So stick around, subscribe, and you'll see more of me. For today's video, I'm going to be talking about how I got into the University of Pennsylvania School of Nursing as a transfer student. I transferred here my sophomore year of college, and I can make a separate video on how that whole process happened and kind of like tips and tricks I learned over the years, especially applying again, because I applied my senior year of high school, and then how it kind of differed and what I changed in my transfer application when I applied again. But yeah, let's start. So for some demographic slash like background information, I went to a public suburban high school. I come from a low income 7-person household, and at Penn I am considered first gen, which is when one or more parents did not finish college. I applied as a nursing major, and I am from the suburbs of Philly. So when you apply as a transfer student, there are definitely some high school stats and high school things that they still look at, but I think that they mostly focus on what you did your first year of college. In terms of like my high school stuff, I will like quickly go over that. In high school, I had a 3.88 GPA out of 4. I took 8 APs. High school, I was low-key decaying, so I don't really remember taking it. By the way, if you're in high school right now, college is so much better and you'll get out. I did not enjoy high school at all, and I don't even really remember much about it because I like cut it out of my brain. But yeah, if you're going through it, I'm cheering you on and you're gonna be okay. I was in high school, like junior year was when COVID, or sophomores, maybe like, yeah, junior year or something of my high school was when COVID started. So like I was online, we were doing like the hybrid, like majority of it was not in person senior year, because like I low-key slacked off, so I decided that I probably should not take the exam since it cost, and I didn't think I was going to do well to the point where like I was going to be able to report it. The high school I went to had many people that attended Upenn, and for reference, my first year of college I went to Case Western Reserve University in Cleveland, Ohio, and I was also studying nursing there. From my high school, the last time someone went to Case Western was like 4 years before me, or it's been a minute. So at Case, I took 17 credits my first semester, and I had a 4.0 GPA. I'm gonna put the list of classes I took over here. For SAT and ACT, I did not submit any. My year was like the COVID year, or was part of the COVID years, so I just decided not to submit. By the way, when I was applying as a transfer student, the only school I applied to was Penn. And I can go into a separate video on like why I chose to apply to Penn, why I chose to leave Case, that kind of stuff. In terms of my college extracurriculars, I was a part of the Undergrad Student Nurses Association, which is part of the large organization called NSNA, which is National Student Nurses Association. At Case, I was a first year representative, and then I gave like a little bulletin point description of what I did in that club. Another club I put down was the Asian American Alliance, and I was a member in that. I also started a business in high school, and it was a jewelry and ceramic business, so at the time I was still working on it, and so I put that down as an extracurricular. I was a nursing assistant too, which is kind of like a CNA or a certified nursing assistant. I also was doing work study, so I worked at like a local restaurant affiliated with the college. I think that when they're looking at your application, they look at your college experience and what you've done during that first year compared to your high school experience. But I still wanted to put down some of my high school extracurriculars that were meaningful to me. And so in high school, I did Science Olympiad for 4 years and also art club. And then I just made like a little chunk list of all the jobs I worked in high school, and I had around like 3 jobs. I did research for a little bit in high school at a local college, and then I also put down that I was a volunteer for the Philadelphia Science Olympiad Urban Initiative. The next section is the achievement section. So for this part, when I was ranking them, I kind of did them based off of what I felt was more recent and more applicable to the field of study that I was applying for, which was nursing. My first one that I put down was I got the Dean's High Honors List at Case. This was maintaining a certain GPA for taking a certain amount of credits. And then I put down my basic life support and first aid certificate from the American Heart Association. I also put down my high school award, so I received a scholarship from my high school. And then I put down my Case Western scholarships that I got. I also put down some of the programs I was a part of. I was a matriculate scholar. I was also a Questbridge National College match finalist, as well as Questbridge College Prep Scholar. I can go into a separate video on these programs if you would like to know more, learn more about Questbridge or even matriculate. I think they're great programs, and so I can talk about that. For the rest of the section, I put down more of my high school awards. I feel like I tried to order it so that way I put more of my college ones at the beginning, but because I received more awards over the past 4 years in high school, I have more of those. And so I put down a couple more of my Science Olympiad awards, as well as I got a award for my research, as well as my art awards. So the next part of the application asks to provide any additional information that you want to share with the application readers. And so I talked about my health condition at the time, and so I just explained that when you do your course reports, you show your spring semester even though it's not your final grades, but you show how you're doing so far. And there was one class where I was not doing too great because of health reasons, so I talked about that. The next section talks about the writing supplements and the essays, and I can go into a separate video on how I wrote my essays and how I structured it and formatted it. And then my two references took me a minute to figure out who I wanted to ask. I created a whole spreadsheet. I struggled with figuring out who to ask for my references just because I only knew professors for half a semester, and so I didn't know which person would be best for explaining more about my personal life or how my personality is, as well as how well I did in the class or my academics. You needed two for the transfer app. So for my references, I asked my clinical instructor, and then I asked my English professor. So that is it for this video. I hope you found it helpful going through my transfer application. If you have any questions, you can message me. I have helped other people in the past with their transfer applications as well as their high school applications. So if you do have questions for this upcoming cycle, I am available to provide my tips. I hope to create more videos to help you guys. If you found this video helpful, if you want to see more content from me, please like this video and subscribe. But yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!